Hi, this is Andy from GPS Training. In this video I'm going to show you how, if you have any issues importing GPX files to Garmin BaseCamp software for Windows that you've downloaded from a website or been sent from, say, a holiday company as an email, and you get an error message, we found a great website that lets you convert those files back into a GPX file, which normally solves the issue of it not working on BaseCamp software. We can't guarantee this every time, but we find occasionally, for some reason, we get sent a GPX file, a route for the Garmin BaseCamp software to send to your GPS, and you get this error message. So I'm just going to show you an example now. So I've already got Garmin BaseCamp software for Windows open. And in the top left hand window in the My collection, I've got some folders I've created to import a route that I've downloaded from a website. So I'm just going to highlight my Yorkshire folder, and we're using the File menu at the top, File, Import Into. We've got more detailed videos on the BaseCamp section on importing routes from third-party websites that cover this. But just to give you an example of I've downloaded a route here, the Hardmoors 50 from a website. And normally you would just highlight the GPX file wherever you've saved it to the desktop of your computer or folder that you want to import. I can see it's a GPX file, it's got .gpx. I'm going to select open, and it should import that file. But what we're finding is occasionally we're getting these error messages on certain files. Don't know why, it just happens every now and then. So it's not going to import this GPX file. So what I've found is a website, which I'm just going to open up now. I've already got open in the Explore browser. It's a website called www.gpsvisualizer.com. So I'll just leave that on the screen a second. So you'll see along the top on my browser bar, if you type in www.gpsvisualizer.com into your browser and you open up this website, this is the home page that you get when you first open up the website. And there's a box here where it says get started now, upload a GPS file, and choose the output format. So I know the file I've downloaded is a GPX file, but for some reason Garmin BaseCamp doesn't like it. So I'm going to choose the output format to still be a GPX, which is the format we normally use with the Garmin GPS and BaseCamp software. Where it says upload a GPS file on this getting started now box, I'm going to click on browse. It'll remember the last place I searched for. I've already used this software earlier today, so when I click on the browse, it should open up the download box that I'd put on the desktop of my computer where it saved these files. So I had a folder on the desktop of my computer called downloaded routes and tracks. So once this box opens, you would just locate the GPX file wherever you've got it saved on your computer that you're having the issue with. So I've got this one, Hardmoors 50 2019 here. So I'm just going to highlight it. We can see it should be a GPX file anyway. I'm going to click on the open, so left click on open, and just give that a chance to appear. So we've now got upload a GPS file. I've selected the one that I want to upload. I've chosen the output format as GPX, and you click on the little green box that says convert it. So we'll left click on there and just give it a chance to reconvert it into a GPX file again. Now what it does, it gives you a browser link that you have to click on to then download this new GPX file, which I'm going to show you now. So along the top here it says your data has now been converted, so has been converted to a GPX. Right click on the following link to download the file to your hard drive. So it's got this bit here that says click to download. So I'm just going to right click on there and say save. I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm just going to say save target as. So right click and save target as, and then it'll just ask me where do I want to save this file to. Now note that it's changed the name of it, so it's not actually called the Hardmoors GPX, Hardmoors 50 GPX now, so I am going to have to rename it. So it's asked me where I want to save it to. Because I've saved stuff to this folder I've got on my desktop already, that's where it's asking me to save it to, which is fine. So I can actually rename it now. As long as I keep .gpx at the end, I can just put my cursor in the name that it's given it and actually type in the Hardmoors just to give it a proper name. Now it won't let me have the same name twice in a folder, so I'm going to call it the 50 and do exactly the same as the original one, but I'm going to call it, I'm going to put a number 2 at the end of it, just an underscore number 2, so it's got a different name to the first one. Otherwise we'll get an error, or we'll get a message saying do you want to override the first one, so you could have done that as well. So I'm just going to click on save now. So I've now saved that new file. So we'll now go back to BaseCamp Software, open it up, highlight the folder that I've got created called Yorkshire in the top left hand window in the My Collection. I'm going to select the file, import into Yorkshire again, and I'm going to pick the new one that I've created, this Hardmore's 50 with the number 2 at the end. Just click on open, get the importing data box, and what we found this time, it's actually imported it fine. So if I highlight under the Yorkshire folder now, I've got this new list file appeared. If I scroll down, I can see there's loads of flag symbols, loads of waypoints, and right at the bottom there I can see a footprint symbol, so it's actually a track. So if I right click on that footprint symbol at the bottom left of the screen and select the option show on map, it'll now show this track on the map that I've just imported. I can zoom in on the map, have a look at it, and if I double left click on the footprint symbol at the bottom left, I can open up the track and just see the properties of it. So I can see it's got 2080 points in it, 52.6 miles, so that's absolutely fine to use in a Garmin GPS. If it's a track, the Garmin GPS will work up to 10,000 points in the older units. On the new generation Oregon 700 series GPS Map 66, 20,000 points. So it's got 2080 points, so that'll work fine. So I'm just going to close that box down. So it's just giving you a little tip on a website that we found. We can't guarantee every time, but if you get sent a GPX file, could be from a holiday company, or you download a GPX file from a website and you've been following our earlier videos on importing them into Garmin BaseCamp software on Windows, and you get that error message, it can't import, it's worth having a look at this website called www.gpsvisualizer.com, and on that website, I'll just go back to the home page once more and just show you that overview again. So when you're on gpsvisualizer.com and you first open it up, it's got this box that says get started now, upload a GPS file. You just click on the browse, find the GPX file that you've downloaded that you've got the problem with and select it, and where it says choose an output format, remember to select GPX and then click on the convert it, and then you'll get the download box that appears at the top to download the file and retry and import it into Garmin BaseCamp. So I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.